All right, this should be more stable. I'm going to just output to 720, which is not great with a game that's all word-based or text-based. But, you know, it's this or not hear my voice, I guess. And we'll see if it stabilizes. Hopefully it'll stabilize. Whoops, what did I do? Here we go, origin. So yeah, so Life Seeded, as someone did point out, does have another problem, which is not only do you start off in a Gaia world, but you can only your habitability preference is other Gaia worlds, which is not useful. Remnants is where we were. Remnants is like you used to be a hot shit civilization. The next one is Shattered Ring, which is instead of being on a planet, like you'll see, like, hey, here's a planet, here's a planet, here's a planet, here's a planet. Shattered Ring is like, no, you live on a ring world, which is wild. Oh, good. People are saying text is even readable at 360, so I hopefully don't have to go that low, but yeah, these origins are a new thing for Federation. Some of them are busted out of civics, which were other kind of ways to determine aspects of your culture. But some of them are also kind of new. So this is like you're in a ring world that you don't know who built your ring world. Some forerunners did. And it has like a good power unit, I believe, but does not necessarily. It has, again, a lot of work to fix it up. Void Dwellers is really cool. You basically just live in a giant space station. You start with 3 orbital habitats. And you can build more out the gate. Normally, orbital habitats are a pretty late game thing, or mid game thing, in terms of the tech tree. And you just don't do a good job of landing on planets. Yeah, very, very Gundam time. This is the world which you drop the asteroid, and now we all live in space. Scion is that you are like the pet of a fallen empire. You're literally a vassal of the fallen empire. The people who've played Stellaris before know that fallen empires are these kind of like sleeping giants. These like they used to be hot shit in the galaxy, and they are like the other hand of remnants, right? Basically, their technology level is still way above yours, and at the start of the game, they have a ton of resources and military power. But it never goes up, so at a certain point in the game, the new powers will eclipse them. Galactic Doorstep, I have not started with yet, but you start with a dormant gateway in your home, and I bet there's a bunch of quests built around the fact that you have a gateway in your home. You just have, like, this Mass Effect relay, this giant, portcullis in your system. Definitely not a problem. Tree of Life. This hive evolved into a symbolic relationship with a vast tree. The tree grants them many benefits, but its loss would cripple them. Our hive gains many bonuses from living on a planet with a Tree of Life present, or penalties if it's absent. Colony tips are more expensive, but will also provide new planets with their own sapling. This is cool. I've never fucked with Tree of Life before. That's very interesting. On the Shoulder of Giants, due to some unknown past, the civilization has hidden has hidden boons in their solar system, placed there by a mysterious benefactor. That's interesting. Starts with an archaeological site related to a mysterious benefactor in your home system. Interesting. Calamitous Birth. Not native to their homeworld, these lithoids, so this is just for the rock people, basically. Basically, you crashed, the asteroid dropped, and you were the asteroid. You start on a planet, and you have, like, a bunch of mining districts and stuff like that. And this is the best bit, is you're able to build a meteorite colony ship which travels at great speed but damages their target planets. The way you colonize the galaxy is really, honestly, it's just removing the veneer of sending a colony ship. Aren't all colony ships just asteroids dropping? Resource consolidation is when you're a machine intelligence, it's like a hive mind machine type vibe. I guess actually it's specifically not the hive mind, it's the machine intelligence vibe, which is a different thing. Common ground is, I believe that you start in the Galactic Union Federation type. I've not tried this yet, so I have not tried the Galactic Union Federation. There's now multiple types of Federation. I have started before as a Hegemon, which is that you start in the Hegemony faction type, which is a distinct, it's like more... So Galactic Union is more like, hey, we all came together and we're sharing resources. Hegemon is like, we all came together to exert influence. We all came together to exert strength. Doomsday is that you have 35 to 45 years to get the fuck out. Your planet is doomed and it's time to leave. That's really fun. I've not done it before, and that would be very scary. I feel like this is just no guaranteed habitable worlds will spawn near your home system is great. And then Lost Colony is that you are a lost colony of a more advanced empire that is somewhere else in the galaxy, which is fascinating. Call Me Arcturus says, I really love Scion for beloved house plants. That's a very funny. I think, yeah, as for, okay, we're plant people, right? And so for me, the ones that call out to me, life-seeded, sort of. Tree of Life, for sure. I like the idea of, like, I've never played a hive mind authority. It could be fun to play as a hive mind. The syncretic evolution, because I like the idea of having a secondary, like, keeper species who helped make us grow. Then I do like what you're saying about either Scion or on the shoulders of giants, of like some outside species has like raised us. I like Void Dwellers. I like Void Dwellers less for this now rooted plant species we've built. Rootless is a good idea. That would be good too. If you could do the Lost Colony and call yourself the Rootless, and then the original group was called the Rooted, or the Root, I think I'm gonna go... Who was it that was suggesting the hive mind stuff? Because I've never fucked with hive mind stuff before. That's Gestalt consciousness. Yeah, we could be a hive-minded people. Look at what that does. Okay. Can't build robots. I'm already like, because you know who I am. Can genetically modify populations to become hive mind compatible. Great. Cannot follow psionic or synthetic ascension. Okay. Less of a penalty for being a bigger empire, for having more things in your empire. That's the Empire's for all penalty negative. The population growth speed plus is nice. That kind of evens out with the fact that we grow more slowly. See, I did think that. Hive Minds cut out the faction stuff. That is what I thought. Or the Federation stuff. Yeah, let's not do Hive Mind then. And given that, let's turn that off. Let's go back to Origin. Because you need to be hive-minded to do Tree of Life. But you cannot be a devouring swarm hive mind, which is very fun. Let's keep it simple and do the syncretic evolution. Because then we get to do this. We get to come over here and be like, also, we chill with these cool birds. We chill with... Which of these birds helped us out? I think... I mean, look at some mammals also. I wish I could get them big. I don't know why they don't show up that way. Because it's not the species. But yeah, I do kind of like the idea of, like, these space parrots being our bros. These, they are great. Look at that. The peacock is so much. I feel like these peacocks would never, like, lower themselves to helping us. Bugs might be the play. Because oh my god, what about these cute butterfly moth type? I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna have these sick... I don't know why they stopped animating. I think we gotta do moth friends. We gotta have moth friends. I love them so much. What's a good moth word? What's up with the dust on moth
And
wings?
for love's sake.
Sorry, CVS Bangers 4 just started playing because I opened up a web browser. Apologies. Shout outs to Hennessy Youngman, aka Jason Musson. Everyone should go listen to CVS Bangers 4. Yeah, what is the dust? What is that? Someone talk to me about that. They're scales. I didn't know what moth scales. CVS Bangers named, helped me live a better life. Interesting. The ancient Greek for scale is lepidos, or lepis, which is where the word Lepidoptera, which is the order that butterflies and moths are in. I'm going to call them. Let's look at some. I'm over here on the internet looking at butterflies, looking at moths. Lepidoptera. I'll just call them the Lepi. That's not bad. And then or actually, let's do Lepida and call these the plural is Lepidae. Oh, I missed a Lepidae. Lepidae's fine. All right, give them a sick bug name set. Cool Pox, Orberzaz, that's pretty good. Is there any other thing that I would love to pull from here? Because you can just you can pick whatever you want. You don't need, these could be moth people named named Vladimir, named Heidi. That's kind of funny to me. To just be like, yeah, I'm Alexander. I'm going for it. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. All right, so they have serviles, which is they evolved alongside us. They work with us. I am going to give them as many rights as I can. 100%. But yes, Bob the Moth is the funniest shit to me. So I am all the way on board. All right, so I think that there are a lot of the things we're not, right? So, for instance, we are sedentary. I think that they are nomadic, right? Is that true? 1 second, traits. We are sedentary and slow breeders. I think that they are nomadic. I know that this is going to backfire on us in a real way, but I'm excited for that. I think that we live a long time. I think that they are fleeting. I think that we are agrarian. I think this is going to be a positive for them. I think that instead of being agrarian, they are industrious or something. Let's see. Those are all expensive. I think that they're strong, but we only have 1 point left if we do strong. I don't want to make them repugnant or decadent or deviants. Oh, it's tough. I can't make them. I guess we could both be charismatic. That's totally a thing we could. Oh, we can't because I don't have enough. I could do charismatic and minus something else. I kind of like them being unruly, but that gives me too many points. There's not a 3-point thing, is there? No, there's not a 3-point. Oh, wait. There's you know what? They're very strong and they're unruly. These are these moths lift. Yeah, the bit rate's jumping. I know, Caitlin. I know. Apologize. I don't know what to do about it. It is the thing it is. Welcome to having a single internet service provider. So they're unruly, which in this case just means that each population unit of these moths is a harder lift on each of the on like the Empire's infrastructure, if that makes sense. It costs more. Like it doesn't just cost more money, but it's like the infrastructure shakes under the moths what they need, and they are extremely strong. They are extremely strong. I love these moths so much. All right. So now let's talk about our plants again. Syncretic evolution. I'm down with it. I think that we're chill. Like I think I want to play people who are not. Last time I think we ended up playing like kind of. I'm trying to remember the Striven Solar Commonwealth was like extremely like rah. Let's fuck up some slavers. Let's punch people in the nose. I think we got to be xenophiles. Like we're already starting on this notion of being chill with other cultures because that's kind of the basis of our shit. And so that's already one. That's already xenophile one. We're not allowed to turn away refugees. We're not allowed to have the no refugees policy or anything like that. We have bet more trade value, which is like money, sort of, kind of. There's lots of resources in this game now. We also get a bonus one envoy, and envoys are a new thing that have to do with the way that politics works in this game now. I think we are... the robot in me is just like, yeah, we gotta be robot plants. But we already have two different things going on. Could we be spiritualist instead? Could we be like, hey, there is something greater out there than just us? In general, the thing there is we'll never be able to give AI full rights, We will be able to build temples, which is nice. Someone wants to know what was up with the Striven being in the Slaving Despot Galaxy. We figured that out, which was just there was a bug in the initial release of that last expansion. I think that was the last full expansion. And that bug meant that more slaving despots were introduced into the culture than there were before, I'm reading chat. Spirit moths. That's kind of good. We could be peaceful. We could be like, this is like a very chill culture, right? Pacifists, which means we can't just like go to war or whatever. Our empire sprawl, it's like easier to manage our culture. Everything's just a little bit more stable. This is like the world we wished we lived in, I think. I kind of like egalitarian more than pacifist here, but This is with all the DLC, I believe. I think I have everything that I have. I kind of like spirit bugs, I kind of do. I kind of like spiritualist. I don't know what this culture really looks like here, but we're like, listen, we believe in that, I think as plant people, that we're all connected to something greater. I'm down with that. All right, let's and also, we have a police state. No, that's not what I'm doing. But it is very funny that you could be egalitarian, xenophile, spiritualists, and then be like Shadow Council police state. That's it. Fuck them. Sending you good luck energy, Lincoln. Sending you all the good luck energy right now. Let's go with... God, cutthroat politics is so funny, though. I don't use a lot of... I guess I have used some edicts, but when I'm using an edict in this game, edicts are things that, like, immediately... So let's... Imagine there's a crisis. I know it's hard to imagine right now, but imagine there's a crisis, like you really need to inject a lot of money into the economy to help people survive not being laid off across the country. An edict is a thing where you as the player can just be like, no, I'm spending the influence resource to just put a bunch of money in the economy. I'm just going to like give myself a boost to that, something like that. An edict, those are expensive, and I tend to only use them when I'm in that crisis mode. I don't tend to just like have them on all the time. So it's useful, but it's not like all the way. I do like Diplomatic Corps. I do like the idea of having a ton of envoys, being very focused on diplomacy. That's one of the big new systems. So let's take a diplomatic corps. We definitely send our folks out to kind of create relationships with other cultures. Environmentalist isn't bad. Free haven is good for immigration. Idealistic foundation, just a bulk happiness boost is kind of nice. Parliamentary system was more interesting, like when factions first came in. Let's go. You know, my heart is really in, like, lore and in flavor, which is why, like, there are certain things here that I know are better benefits in terms of mechanics. But I like the idea of having, you know, idealistic foundation, even if it's not necessarily the most interesting one. Environmentalist is here now too, and that's just it lowers population consumer goods upkeep. I don't really think. I think I'm gonna go. I guess we could double down on the specialist pop resource output and do meritocracy. It's just hard to be like, we're a meritocratic culture, and also here is our servile species. Happiness is good. Free haven is cool. You know what? Let's do free haven. Let's lean into this idea that we are we are the garden of space. You know, we're a public park in a sense. We keep our stuff open to the public. We think that the galaxy's world, people in the galaxy need a place to come chill. That's us. That is the Cypsella, and I think that we are the Cypsellum Continuum. Continuum. Is that spelled right? Yes, it is. We're just Cypsellum. Boom. Okay. Gotta have a cool flag. Gotta have like a... I mean, those are animals. I need like... Let's go like yellow. These are all very pretty. Wait, what if we do something like this? That's kind of nice. This is a little too buggish. Ship names, you're right. Thank you for catching that one. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, they're up here, right? Yeah. What was? Sapling so long. I want something shorter than that. Someone says I'm a bit quiet. Unfortunately, I'm basically as boosted as I'm going to be on my home mic. I guess I could give this just a tad of a boost here. I'm very cautious about doing hardware side gain control because it'll pick up other noise. But okay, that's a bit more. Bud is very funny. Bud is very good. We're going with Bud. All right. Got our ethics. Got our everything else. Here we go. Advisor voice. This is the thing, right? It does have to be an acronym. We could do BUD, and then we know that of course stands for branch unified defense, obviously. Kind of like that. This is kind of very funny. I don't mind that. It's kind of like open arm, but also kind of has like the shape of like a dandelion around it, even though that's not really what's going on there. Actually, here we go. We're this, and I think we're gonna go like this nice green. Boom, done. We need an advisor
The
voice.
Blorg are very friendly creatures.
Do not be afraid to exercise your individual right to free thought. Please take a moment now to practice.
Great.
Workers of the galaxy, unite. You have nothing to lose but your restraining fields.
Pebbles roll downhill, mountains stand tall.
Nothing is impossible to those who would try. Hyperdrive primed.
Maybe we're
all
the diplomat.
systems ready.
Kinda like the diplomat.
Faith manages.
These are the voices that are like AI tutorialization will give us.
Our multidisciplinary customer satisfaction specialists are always just a click away. Don't hesitate. Discover limitless possibilities with Megacorp today.
What is a single voice compared to a magnificent chorus?
That's
Our collective is an island of warmth and harmony in a sea of discord. How cold and lonely it must be to face the darkness of space alone.
I love that, but it's not us.
Every successful economy is built around a hopeless cycle of repetition where we sell you the empty promise of happiness and fulfillment, and unfulfilled as ever, you still come back for more.
America, America, God shed his grace on thee.
Our multidisciplinary
The laws of science govern all.
Shed is wrong there. It can't be God shed his grace. He didn't shed his grace. That doesn't make any sense. What's the actual lyric?
Hyperdrive primed. All systems ready. Now, let's see what's out there.
The only way to make peace with others is to make peace with yourself.
It's a little... I'm going to go with the diplomat.
Nothing is impossible.
Got that. Okay. Ships. That's a Reaper. You can't convince me otherwise. That's a Reaper. And we're going to use it. Hazel Bloom. There she is. That's Hazel Bloom. I don't mind Revered Elder. I kind of like that conceptually, you know? Actually, let's just go with, like, let's just go with the Revered. And I'm going to do... Whoa, I didn't mean all caps. I meant to actually do lowercase, because that way I guess no, because it'll come up capitalized. The Revered Hazel Bloom. Oh, boom. That's really good. There's some plants going on there. Let's go with that plant one. Number 7. Man, these clothes are wild. Hazel's rocking this. Boom. Alright. Save them. I'm going to hit done when Steam gets out the way. There we go. Let's just do a large star system with... let's go with 13 other empires. A handful... You know what? Let's just do 12. Let's do 13. Let's do 13. I like a 4-arm spiral. I really do. I think the rest of the stuff tends to be totally fine. I'll leave Iron Man on. I am not good at this game, but I'm gonna keep it on Ensign, which I think is one above Cadet, right? So we're just gonna do that. Everything else I'm gonna keep basically default. I'm gonna hit play, and we're gonna see. I'm actually going to take... You know what? I'm going to run to the bathroom before we get into this big time. So let me pull up our standby card. Let me briefly drop us down and start playing some music. I'll be right back with some more. Where'd that song go? There it is. All right, be right back.
You go out for something you wanted, 'cause everything's the same. You waste away everything you find. You sold out for something you wanted. Future and the fame. You waste away everything you waste away everything you left behind. Ooh, if there's another man, I hope you don't. I hope you don't go ahead, but I won't stay chasing shadows, chasing shadows. Ooh. Stay